Alright guys, welcome aboard. Everybody is having a good day before Thanksgiving here in the US. Alright, we've got some rain here in Southern California, so we're going to go tool around in it. And we're going to take the Just Flight Archer here. We ended up at Gillespie Field last time. And rid of that. And I thought it's starting to rain here in Southern California, mainly between just north of San Diego here. So we're going to go fly into it and see if we can keep ourselves alive. So let's pop inside. Let's get this bird fired up here. Turn my lighting up first here. Up. All right, let's get battery on, alternator, fuel pump on, magnetos, nav lights on. Come down here and get our GPS fired up. I'm going to go ahead and clear the route here. Let's see here. I don't know how to clear the route. Oh well, whatever. Need it. We're gonna be VFR anyway. And I know I'm going to turn everything on beforehand here. VFR, even before we start up. So full fuel tanks, let's go over, we'll start on the left. We'll get our mixture rich, and I'm just double checking to see how everything's going online. Looks like the stream is good. I got my OBS settings sorted out. Hey Scott, your neighbor's making noise at 6 a.m., but you're good. Super awesome. Yeah, that happens. I had the neighbor next door mowing his lawn during the other stream. I don't think it got picked up, but it was like right outside my window. All right, let's get fired up here. I think we're ready to go. Fire up plane. I'm going to double check my sound levels here. I don't want them too high. Think environment I want. Yeah. Save it right there. Loud banging, huh? Had a good 737 flight last night, Scott. Yeah. Cool. I think I'm going to jump into Zibo. I've got to update to the latest version there. Torpedo heat on. I am going to tune in. Bring up AviTab here. Wanted. Now we're going to check the weather really quick. I don't trust what's getting put over there, so I'm actually going to tune in to see exactly what's coming over the ATIS here. Yeah, we've got 125.45. 545.
Gillespie Field Information Kilo 2000 Zulu weather. Wind 200 at 11 gust 17. Visibility more than 10.
I think we're going to be taking off headed south.
Sky conditions 3,200 broken, 7,000 overcast, 31,000 few, temperature 16, dew point 7. Altimeter 2964. Arriving runway 17, departing runway 17. Advise on initial contact you have Kilo.
Yeah, Kilo, and we are taking off to the south, because yeah, that's some pretty good gusty wind. Hey Jason, how's it going? Yeah, I don't have any set schedule. Excuse me. So I usually stream around, if I'm going to stream, I don't have specific days that I stream, but when I do stream during the week, it's usually around 2:30 Eastern, or sorry, 2:30 Pacific time, 2 o'clock Pacific time, so that's about 5:30 Eastern time in the US. just because that's when I'm done working. Yeah, Scott, raining now, huh? Not sure where you're at, but yeah, Southern California got that rain coming in. It's currently raining at my house, and I'm just north of San Diego, and we're sitting here at Gillespie in south side of San Diego. So we're gonna head up there and see if we can find some rain. Need my mixture here a little bit. Actually, we're gonna do a run up right here just to get the mixture leaned out. Not right. What I'm looking for is the EGT right around 16. That seems to give me max RPM. Alright, and then let's take a look at our airport diagram. Yeah, we're going to be taking off runway 17 here. Is it hot in California? It was like a week ago. We've got a system that's moving through from the north, and so it's raining. I think it's like 60 something degrees, which is freezing cold here for us in California. Yeah. But yeah, just the other week it was like 94, 95. Then it started cooling off, and we're in the throes of chaos here, you know, because when it rains in California, which only happens, you know, kind of not very often, so nobody knows how to drive. They all drive into the ditches and everything else. Alright, so let's take a look. We're gonna pull out of here. We'll take Alpha all the way to the end here to runway 17, and we'll be on our way. We'll check, we'll get our strobes on, we'll get the landing light on, and this thing doubles as the taxi light. So let's see, we're gonna go right over there and get on out of here. And I don't recall, I believe this Just Flight Piper's got some windshield effects for rain. Let's see. Make sure my flaps are up. Transponder is on altitude. Good. It never rains in Southern California. Yeah, it usually doesn't. So we had like, I think, one day where it rained a couple weeks ago, and then I think the time before that was like, I don't know, like March or something. But we had some proper rain finally. Oh, look at that windsock. Yeah, we might even have a little bit of a crosswind here. Alright, let's see. Lights, camera, action. Just get our trim tab set right about there. Alright, so we'll take off to the south. We'll do a little UE, and not really going to pay attention to airspace, just going to try to stay VFR. Off we go. In the runway coming up here, so I'm going to try to get it off the ground before we hit it. See if we can see it. And right there. See that right there is kind of hokey. Wow, bumpy already. Alright, landing light, come off. So I think I'm going to head over to the coast really quick here, and then see what the weather's like along the coastline. playing around with the sound here. I don't want it to be too loud. Make it over the hills here, and then we should see Miramar right up ahead. And I'm going to kind of change course here a little bit. I'm going to go sort of more northerly here because that is where the rain is. We'll see how high up we can get. Forgot what the ATIS said for
Gillespie Field Information Kilo
for the ceiling. Let's listen to that
Zulu
again.
weather. Wind 200 at 11 gust 17, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3,200 broken, 7,000 overcast, 32,000 few.
Alright, 3,000, say 3,700 overcast. Well, we'll see when we get up there. Might just be skimming the bottoms of these clouds here. Definitely getting gusty up here. Trying to get up to like 3,500, and that should keep us out of the clouds, hopefully. And like the stream title says, we're going somewhere around LA. I have no plan whatsoever. I'm gonna go see where the weather is. Guess we'll head up the coast towards Orange County. It's raining there now. We're coming up to 3,500, so I'm gonna hit altitude here in a second. Stop hitting these downdrafts. I guess I should get, well, I was going to say go to 4,500. I see the clouds are still a little ways up. We'll go to 4,500 so we get at least the proper VFR altitude here. It'll smooth out a little bit. It's Miramar. San Diego Bay in the distance there. Off. Does FSX use sync weather and time? You know, I'm not sure. I use FS Global Real Weather add-on utility here, or at least FSX. I believe it works for, I'm sorry, for Xplane. I believe it does work in FSX also. Alright, let's hit altitude right there at 4,500. Look at our RPM here. Lean it out a little bit. I'm going to move my heading bug around right there, and we can go and hold. Power back down into the green arc. We trim our rudder here a little bit. See, we're right about at the tops of some of these clouds here. It looks like we're in a clearing right now. See some sunshine here, but pretty sure it's going to get worse. Yeah, I haven't used FSX in quite a while myself. I've been doing X-plane mainly for the last few years. So I am looking forward to Microsoft FlightSim 2020. Just saw the latest updates from them the other day. It's looking pretty fantastic. I think it's gonna be like everybody else says. It's gonna be a game changer for FlightSim. Xplane is nice, and with a lot of ortho graphics like this, we can get it looking even nicer, and weather tweaks and everything else that we use. But and the visuals on that they're showing and in the videos that they put out, and it's freaking amazing. Yeah, I haven't gotten anything from Orbix. I know they just put out their Northern California scenery, which looks great. But I don't know, how much was it? I can't remember. It's like somewhere around $50 US, I believe. I'm gonna hold off on buying anything else for X-plane. I want to see what I'm going to see what Microsoft is going to come out with this year. Plus, I've got ortho for Northern California in X-plane already, so it's good enough for it. Hey, Simulation GP, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. That's looking cruddy out there already. Some low clouds here. Clean it out a little bit. Yeah, the ortho there, the Northern California scenery there from Orbix looks great, but I mean, I already have ortho for free, so I'm not gonna spend the money on it. I can still see through this cloud, so technically we'll stay VFR here. Yeah, the ortho, so I've got most of the west coast, or at least the southwest. So I have like most of Arizona, all of California, most of Nevada. And it just takes up a lot of space, but I mean, using the ortho 4XP, once you know how to do it, it's okay. It takes a little bit of time, just to get it to run. And then I've played around with some of it, tweaking like the coastlines and things like that. Matter of fact, here we go. I'll pop into the cockpit right now. I don't have my green screen on, but hi guys. Yeah, this is looking a little cruddy over here. We're gonna have to descend down here. see rain. Alright, let's go vertical speed and let's go down 600 feet per minute. Back off the throttle here a little bit. But yeah, the ortho, I think I've got like, I think it's about, whoa, I saw lightning. This ain't gonna be good. I think I've got almost one entire hard drive filled with just ortho, and it's a 1 terabyte. We just may kill ourselves here. It's all lightning up ahead. Told you it was gonna get crappy over here. Get into this pretty quick, huh? Yeah, I've seen guys, some of the programmers, you know, working on planes and whatnot. I think they stream on Twitch. Pretty neat to see. Watch for a bit. Yeah, hard drives are pretty cheap. You know, you can get a what, like a 1 terabyte? Is it 1 terabyte? Yeah, not gig. Terabyte drive. It's pretty cheap now, like $50 or something, right? Down still. 3,500. Let's see how far we got to go down to where we see the ground here. I think we're going to go down to like 2,500. Take a look at my weather here. Let's see, Carlsbad is currently reporting overcast at 600. That's basically right over Carlsbad. Just have to go IFR here. And let's see what Santa Ana is saying. Santa Ana has got scattered at 2,600, broken 3,001. So we're pop out here. We'll go down to 2,500 and hold there. So pop out near Santa Ana. Almost there. Another 100 feet to go. Smooth. And I think we missed that thunderstorm. $2,500 out. Hold. Switched our fuel tanks there, and I was talking with my mic off, I think. So you got your LNAV and VNAV working. Is that in Zibo? Surveyor 7 from New England. How you doing in New England? What's the weather like over there? Yeah, I haven't been doing a ton of streaming. I just got a new streaming setup, so I kind of moved into my office. I took over the other half of my office here, and made that my streaming setup, so it's a little bit more conducive. I got a table and everything else. I used to actually fly. My main monitor was my TV, which is a 55-inch TV, and I used that in the living room. So, you know, that's kind of hard to do streams, you know, with the family running around. So, doing a lot more streaming now. Oh, shift. You're getting snow, yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, it's raining over here, so this is a big change here in Southern California. And yeah, Scott, get to fly in the Zibo competently. Yeah. It's always nice. You just got to keep trying, keep working at it. Watch other guys flying it online, you know, so you get the procedure down. You know what, you know how to do everything. Especially with the FMC. I remember when I first got Xplane, and you know, I'm a private pilot, and so flying, you know, something like this is fine. But you know, having to learn the FMC and just the procedures within the 737 was took a little bit. You know, I watched the guys online and learned that way. Yeah, the Ultimate mod, I had that for a little while on the 737. I think I got rid of it though, for some reason. $34 degrees, yikes. Yeah, like I said, over here in California, it's like raining and it's like 60 something, I think. Alright, come on, we gotta pop out of this stuff. We're like barely moving. We got some serious headwind or something going on here. Just over Camp Pendleton now. Yeah, I like both. I like flying the airliners and I like flying GA. Like I said, I mean, so I'm a private pilot, but I haven't flown in a long time, just too expensive right now. But I learned to fly actually out of Gillespie Field here in San Diego. Long time ago. And so I flew Archers and Cessna 152s. The Archer, the Warrior, Cessna 172s. But yeah, I enjoy the airlines too. I've always been a flight simmer, way before I was even a pilot, and that's been like, think about this, almost 30 years ago that I got my pilot's license. Yeah, Long Island, you get that moderation there from the being on the coastline. So you get rain when everybody else gets snow. I know that because well, I used to be in the Air Force, and I used to be a weather forecaster in the Air Force. So I used to be the guy that put out the TAFs and, well, the observations. And then I went on to forecasting, and I did forecasting for the Air Force well, the Air Force active duty and the Air National Guard, total 26 years. Just retired last December, coming up on a year that I've been retired. And I want to stay away from the hills here. You can just see them here over Camp Pendleton. It's a coastline. Keep scooting it up. Let's see here, so we're going to scoot up along the coastline here. Hopefully the weather gets better as we get to Santa Ana. Yeah, sometimes it's expensive to get your pilot's license. It was expensive when I got it, almost 30 years ago. And I think now it's like what, like $5,000 to $7,000 or maybe even more, just to get your private. Did you actually just sit there and take reports from other stations? Now, so I was an Air Force meteorologist. So what we did, like when you get, well, let's put it this way: I started out as an observer before they had automated observation stations and whatnot. You actually had a person that went out, with a bunch of equipment, and you would actually take an observation. You actually look up at the sky, and you would determine the cloud heights, and then the amount of coverage and whatnot. And you'd actually write down, type in, sit there. Where's my hands? Type in the observation and transmit it into the national worldwide system. Then I became a forecaster, and we actually did the TAFs. So when you see the actual, TAF forecast, that's what I did, and I forecasted for, well, a whole bunch of different places around the world where I was, but forecasted for California, forecasted in New England, and Europe, and different places that I deployed to, in the Middle East and whatnot. We'd actually do the forecasts for whatever airport we were at, base we were at, and then we would brief the air crews. So let's say you had a whole bunch, a flight of 4 or 5 F-16s or something. The air crews would come in. We'd brief them the weather and we'd brief them. It's a little bit more in the Air Force, just briefing them the weather. So you're doing a whole bunch of other stuff with like, their actual mission. So whether it's an air-to-air or air-to-ground mission, we would brief them certain things. If it's air-to-air, we would brief them high altitude, where the temperature inversions are, where are you going to get contrails, so that they could stay away from that. Because if you started having contrails, the enemy could see you, that kind of thing. Or air-to-ground missions would be, what the temperature difference is going to be on the ground, so they could pick the proper weapons. So if they're using like infrared guided, bombs or something, or missiles, they want to know at what time during the day is the background temperature of the ground going to be the same. They call it the crossover of, let's say, a tank. Okay, and so we have programs, and we figure that out for them, and we would say at this time of day, don't use the IR sensors, use laser guided or something, whatever. But a lot more into that, along with just telling them what the weather's going to be like, when they take off and along the route and at their destination or their target area, and then on the way back to the base and whatnot. No, I wasn't at Pease. I actually was over at Barnes Air National Guard base in Massachusetts. So I supported 810s and then F-15s over there. That was some of my guard time. But I can still barely see the ground here. And where are we? Kind of head for Santa Ana. I'm hoping the weather gets better here. Surveyor, is that 20 plus USA? Is that the US Army? Yeah, you're up the Connecticut River, huh? Yeah. I used to fly out of Brainerd Airport in the Hartford area there. Yeah, U.S. Army. That's what I thought, U.S. Army. I actually, believe it or not, being a meteorologist in the Air Force, the Army doesn't do their own weather. It's actually the Air Force that does it. So I was Army support for a lot of my career, too. I was in Germany at an Army post supporting Army aviation, Apaches, and Blackhawks and things like that. Looks like it's starting to clear out over here. We're kind of coming up to, well, we're right over Dana Point there. There's the harbor. Stuttgart, yeah, I've been to Stuttgart back in the 80s. Well, I was there in the, well, 90s, late 90s. Yep, in the Stuttgart, many a time. Yeah, alright, it looks like it's clearing up here a little bit. So I'm going to take a look at my my weather radar here. See where the front is. Alright, so basically, yeah, we're kind of coming out of it here. So LA area should be slightly clearing here. Weather is updating correctly in the sim. It's darker all of a sudden. Scoot along the hills here to Newport Beach. I think we're over, what's that? Luna Beach right down here. At Fort Sill. I almost went to Fort Sill. I was never there, but I almost went there. One of my last active duty assignments, because I went and became a forecaster, and then we had like 5 people in my class, and you know, they had 5 assignments at the end of the class, and they try to kind of match it to what you want, or at least get you close. But really, it was, you know, whatever the military wanted, and unfortunately, just the pecking order. I was last to pick. And I was actually going to end up going to Fort Sill, but one of the guys that ended up going there, he was going to go to Germany, but his wife had some medical problems or something like that, and so he ended up taking Fort Sill instead because you know, they have the medical facilities to take care of his wife. So I ended up going to Germany instead, the Army. Yeah, it's looking a little bit better here finally. How to sell at Fort Sill, yeah, I can imagine. And I think we're going to go into, should we go into Santa Ana? Where what? I was saying we're going to go into Santa Ana right here, if that's what you're referring to. You know, I keep seeing flashing in the cockpit here. I think there's still lightning back behind us.
Unable to find view ID 11.
So then I'll see a flash. Goes just now. Yeah, I think we're gonna go into Santa Ana. Weather's like it's Santa Ana right now. Santa. Let's see. So they got winds calm. So that's the current observation. some light rain, and scattered 2,600, broken 3,100, gust 6,000. But winds calm sounds good to me. Last couple landings here. And that flashing back behind us. Yeah, I was in Bavaria. I was at Illesheim Army Airfield, not far from Ansbach, or south of Würzburg. I'm not in New England, I'm in Southern California. I used to live in New England. I'm here, as you look outside here. I'm that direction over there, just a little bit. Oh, look at that weird flashing. I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's just the sun popping through, or oh, it's rain. See it rain in here. Yeah, let's go into Santa Ana. Autopilot off. Yeah, you're up in the sticks there in New Hampshire. Oh, alright, I see Santa Ana. We'll enter left base here for them. Start slowing down. Autopilot off. Go ahead and kill it here. And landing lights already on. Let's do a flyby. I haven't done one of those yet. So we can actually see something. It is raining, but no rain effects here. I wonder if I'm going to turn something on. Let me see. It's just glare, which I usually keep off because it sort of darkens up the view. It's raining out here. I'm looking out my window right here. Alright, I'll start slowing her down here. Used to have some pals in New Hampshire and they bugged out for New Mexico, huh? Oh, well, I think, yeah, I think when I see crazy drivers come over here, come to Southern California. And that used to not always be the case, because I lived in Southern California way back in the 90s. Like I said, I got my pilot's license over here in Gillespie, and everybody drove so nice. And then I don't know what happened, and there's too many people like showed up. It got crazy. Alright, make sure getting a little bit richer here as we descend down. Yeah, visibility is definitely nicer over here. That flashing is good, but I don't know this, but see that? Yeah, no clue, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna go on my little thing, I'm just do max quality. If that makes a difference. It'll probably drop my frames here, which it has. I have to change that. Not affecting the as long as I can keep above 20 something. Mid 20s is alright for me. Alright, first notch flaps. 8 years in Chelsea, Mass, yeah. Originally from Connecticut. So I was born and raised in Connecticut, out west. Well, I moved out west, then I joined the military, then I moved all over the world. I moved back to Connecticut, and then I moved back to California. Alright, come over the 405 here, let's go ahead and chop our power, a notch of flaps. Frames. Yeah, I'm not sure what that flashing is. sure it's key here. A bit high, so slow myself down. Coming on the short runway here. Full flaps. Something to do with the weather, is that flashing? That's something I can think of. And yeah, my scenery is whacked out over here. What the heck is going on here? Building, it's just the terminals. I probably got to do a reboot here. Yeah, my scenery is whacked out, but hey, we got the runways at least. Let's see if we can make a nice touchdown here. My buildings are gone. It's a new one. What's Rex? Yeah, I was just in here and, or at least I was just flying here and everything looked fine. So I don't know why that's whacked out there. But I will pull over here and then call it a day. Oh. Yeah, my terminal buildings are missing. And the hangar's right here. The sim needs a reboot. Away. Let's come over here and park it right here. Need a non-existent terminal building. Let's see what's up with that. Parking brake on. Do one replay here. Just for the heck of it. Set up right here. That was okay. Blink. Co-pilot making all that noise. Yeah, I think my sim needs a reboot here. No terminal building. I can't get to the end of the runway view here. There we go. So that's not the right runway. Watch it from here. You know, I probably just need a reboot. Yeah. Because I was screwing around with my my OBS settings there. That's why if you saw earlier by chance. I gotta free up some memory. My ugly mug off the screen there. Yeah, that's what it sounded like, yeah. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button there, and if you're new, subscribe. Already subscribed, thank you very much. Definitely appreciate it. Like I said, I got a new setup for streaming. I will be doing much more streaming. All sorts of GA and airliners too. So hit the little bell button too if you want to get notified next time I'm streaming, and join it. Till next time guys, take care. Do I have another name? My name is Rick. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Have a good one, guys, and enjoy Thanksgiving. Till next time, bye.